You have never seen this with any rolling knife sharpener, but now HONE has come out with a new vertical leather strop. It's absolutely incredible, and we're going to talk about it right now. Hi everybody, thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe, and if you have any questions, please send a message to my DM on Facebook or Instagram. You'll be able to also leave a comment down below in the comments of this video. But more importantly, please let me know how you sharpen your knives. I'm curious what type of sharpener you use and if you use the rolling knife sharpener. And arguably some say I am probably the one person who knows the most about rolling knife sharpeners. I've reviewed, I think, all of them on the market just about. There's a lot of copies out there now, so a lot of them look the same, but there's only one HONE rolling knife sharpener. It is a rock solid device, and if you see all my videos on the HONE, you'll know why I actually love this rolling knife sharpener. Now, HONE has been innovative and has come up with so many different accessories for the rolling knife sharpener, it excels everybody out there on the market. If you name a brand, they've got something that the other brand doesn't have. And in this case, HONE has come out with not only the Pro Accessories Kit, which I reviewed, they have the HONE extender for the longer knives, which we're actually going to use for this knife today. And they have, of course, the unique base with design on the smaller knives that nobody else has as well. And today, they now have the new vertical leather strop. Now, what the heck is a vertical leather strop? Most of you that don't know about stropping are going to learn a little bit today. But for those of you that actually strop your knife, you probably use a horizontal strop, which is a bar of leather on a piece of wood that lays flat, and you take your knife and you move it across the strop. In this case, we're actually going to affix the new leather strop here, and we're going to go ahead and roll it back and forth across the knife. Now, a lot of people might say, it's not going to work, it's going to slice up the leather, but there's actually a method to the madness that we're going to talk about. So let's go ahead and open this up, and I'm going to show you what's in the new vertical strop from HONE. Now, inside the case, you have another great tin. I love these metal tins. They could have just put plastic in it, but HONE really, top of the line in their quality, gives you an actual holder. Inside the holder are two, not one, but two leather strops. Now, the thing that surprises me is that they gave you two, because these things are super, super thick, and they have a side on the back that is magnetic that will adhere to the HONE like we do with all of our other discs. Thought it was really cool they gave you two of these. We're going to keep this one for a year, 2 years from now, and we'll probably maybe switch it. This leather is so thick and is a really high quality hide that it's going to last you a really, really long time, especially if you're just the average kitchen knife user or knife enthusiast, either an everyday carry knife, pocket knife, or one of the myriad of knives that I've got here in the kitchen. Unfortunately, today I'm actually remodeling everything in the kitchen. You're going to see an incredible new kitchen in my future videos. And so I took away everything and I don't have my knives to display, but I can tell you that this is going to last quite a long time. So we're going to talk about how to strop your knife. Now, the first part of my knife sharpening process is, of course, to sharpen the knife. And in this case, I have a CRJB. It is a Locust. It's the new knife they came out with, and I really like this knife a lot. It's a great knife, and I have used it quite a bit to test it. And today we're going to go ahead and strop this. I've actually sharpened it. I've done the honing process on this, and I'm going to show you how to do the leather stropping. Now, the thing that's important is you have your HONE device, you've got the sharpener, and you've got your strop. We're going to go ahead and just put it on here. That's the magnetic. Now, this rolls, right? And if you roll this, it's just going to slice up the leather, and it's not going to work. So HONE, again, invented an incredible accessory, again, patent pending, and this is the HONE base for the leather strop to do your vertical stropping. This has wheels on the bottom that lets you actually move this around, because we're going to have to move this, and I'll show you how we do it in a minute. And the important thing was you had to lock this so that the wheels don't spin. So in order to do that, HONE came up with this device. So when you use this, you put this down like so, and it sticks right in here. And now you can see I can move this, and I can also spin this like so, and these don't move. That is very, very important, because what we're going to do is when we strop this knife, we're going to go ahead and move the leather back and forth across the blade. Now, some people might say it's going to cut the leather. Well, it will if you do it a certain way. And in this case, I'm going to use the extender, because this is a really big base. I'm at about 21 degrees on this. I'm going to go to 20. And if I put this in here, it'll work, but it covers most of the blade. I want to expose some of that. So I'm going to go to the 20 degree on this side right here. There's a 20. And we're going to go ahead and put this on like so. It's going to stick to the blade. You can also see that it's not hitting anything on either side, which is important. And when we put this down, you're going to strop from back to front, okay? Always from back to front. Never go from front to back, because the way the knife's angled, if you go from front to back, it's going to actually cut the leather. In this case, I was suspicious and I thought for sure I was going to destroy this, but it actually works. So you put this on the back like so, and you just run this forward. And when we do that, you hear the wheels moving. And we're going to turn it sideways so you can get a good view here. So like so, you start at the back, and then we just push this up against the blade at the apex, and you just run this forward like so. And you can do it 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, but whatever you do, turn it over and do the other side. Now what I did is I actually, on this side here, I'm going to show you guys, this is actually going to show you the apex or the edge of this knife as we go along it. Take a look up here, right there, and you'll see this is what it looks like. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and strop it and take a look and see what it looks like after. So again, we'll put this back on. This is the 20-degree angle. Again, we used it on the right side with the knife pointing in. So we're going to turn this around now, and we're going to go on this side with, again, this going against the back of the blade and going forward like so. You do not want to go forward and back because it's going to cut the leather. So make sure you go from back to front, and we're going to give this about 6. And you can see here, there's a wear mark, and actually I do have a very slight little cut. When I first got this, I thought, oh, how does this work? And of course, cut the leather. So hey, you know what? It helps to follow instructions and read directions, which I don't really like doing. I just like figuring things out. So in this case, there's a slight little slit, but there's actually a trick on one of my videos. If you actually cut your leather strop on how to repair it, make it like brand new, and you'll be able to check that out if you search my videos on leather strops. So on this side, again, we're going to go from back to front like so, and we're going to just move this across. And I like to do it at a fairly good pace. If you just take and just slowly roll it across, I don't think it gets as much friction, and I think that friction also helps get that polish on there. So we're going to go ahead and get this going. And we'll do the other side. And again, back to front. If you wanted to, and again, when you strop on a horizontal surface, you have to make sure as you're stropping the knife and going across that you know the angle, because if the angle's too steep and you start doing this, you're going to actually take that edge, that really nice sharp piece here on the apex, and you're going to start folding it up a little bit at a time. And what you're going to do is you're actually going to dull your knife. So you have to make sure that on a horizontal, the square block, that you actually take the knife at the right angle and you actually move it across the leather like so. So you could actually hold this in place with this, and you could, if you wanted to, you could actually strop this across the leather like so. And this is stropping, and you make sure you have it at the right angle, so about 20 degrees, and you can feel with this bevel, I can kind of feel right where it's at, so I know where to go, run that across like so, all the way back. But it's a real small surface, and so doing this, although, field sharpeners have little leather strops that are like this big, and you run them across and they work, you could actually do this on this leather strop. So here you go, and I'm stropping. And in this case, again, back to front, like so. And then I can take this if you want. You can actually turn this, so if one side starts getting worn, you could actually take it to the other side and just do it on here, which isn't really going to make a huge difference. But if for some reason you use the same spot over and over again, you could obviously just take this and then just turn it and then keep on using your strop. Very simple, super easy. You have the wheels on the holder underneath here. This device locks this, so although this is turning, you can see this is not turning, which is very important. So we're going to go ahead and take this and clean this off. Okay, and I'm going to do one more set of a leather stropping on this. And the edge is looking mighty nice. It's looking pretty polished. When this came from the factory, I mean, it was sharp, but it definitely was not polished. And I've used this and abused this already. I don't believe in beauty queen knives. If you have a knife, I want to use it, I want to cut with it, check it out. It's going to get little scratches on it. It's not the end of the world. Let's see if you can see this here, if I can get that to reflect. We're going to check this out and do another recording after we did the stropping. And we're going to actually see this. Got my phone, you can check this out. You'll be able to see that here's the edge of the knife right there. So we're going to go ahead and do some images on here for you, and you can take a look at them right up here. And we're going to see how this knife looks with the before and after. This is actually after we strop the knife. Okay, and we're going to actually go over this and show you. This is the after, and then I'm going to show you the before. And I'm going to go on both sides here because I flip both sides, and you can see this is really nice and polished, and it is definitely very, very, very sharp. So that is how you actually do the leather stropping using the HONE Vertical Leather Strop Kit. That comes with the locking holder that locks the rollers so that you don't have a problem. And if you want to pick one up, you can look at the link down below in the description. It'll take you to the HONE website. Make sure you also look at my Amazon store. I have other HONE accessories in there as well. If you have any questions, please leave your questions down below. I answer all questions. If you look at all my videos, you'll see I answered every single comment unless I miss something, but I try to go back and make sure I'm not missing anything. But please be respectful. This community that I'm building is a community of respect. If you want to be nasty and drop a comment that isn't really quite respectful, you know, I leave a lot of negative comments. I don't mind that. But if you're nasty, I'm going to delete your comment because, quite frankly, I'm just not going to tolerate that stuff. New Year's coming up, looking for a lot of positivity, looking for a great community in the cooking world, the knife sharpening world. And for those of you that are home cooks or knife enthusiasts, backyard barbecuers, remember, I am not an expert. I don't pretend to be an expert. I'm just somebody who has an extreme passion for knives and knife sharpening. If you want something that's easy, it's something that's portable, you don't really have to have a learning curve, a whetstone, or a lot of the power devices. You got to be careful if you can destroy a knife very easily. Then this is definitely something I think you should look at getting. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll have some more stuff from HONE coming up in the near future. They got some other things in the works, and you'll be able to see it right here exclusively on Ukulele Barbecue. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Smoke on, baby.